I don't. Okay. Okay, over here. Over here. There we go. It's really angled today. That's okay. Okay, so Friday, we left off talking about my high school dance and my brother's high school dance. So did you watch the notes, Anaya? Oh, you got to watch them. Definitely watch them. And I was talking to my dad over the weekend, and he was somewhere, and he ran into one of my students. I forget who it was, and I'm like, so you're telling the students about Andrew's poor high school dance? I'm like, yeah. He's like, isn't that like where his date left him? I'm like, yeah. He's like, I can't believe you're telling that story. I'm like, well, you know, it happens. But it confirmed that story is true. So it's all true. All true. Okay, so number one, decomposition. You guys remember talking about this on Friday? Yes? Decomposition is one thing breaking into two. So what is one of the ones you circled, Lily?
C.
C is decomposition. That is one breaking into two. I agree with that. Did anybody circle any other ones besides C? Drew did. What'd you circle?
A.
Also A. So on A, that is also one thing breaking into two. Head nod if you're okay with that.
Why is it Cl2?
Why is it Cl2? Diatomic. Diatomic element. Diatomic element.
Well, why does it have to go to 2?
What?
Why does it have to go to 2?
Because you'll never have chlorine by itself. You can't have just Cl. It's always Cl2. Same for N2, O2, F2, Cl2, Br2, I2, and H2. So you never have those by themselves. Okay? All right. That's it for number one. Number two, synthesis. Two things going into one. Who has one of these that they circled? Max.
C.
C. I would agree that there's two things going into one. I agree with that. Anybody circle anything else besides C? Amelia. E. Yes, that is also synthesis. Who here is making up a test with me today? Is it just Amelia? Okay. You know when?
Yeah.
Okay. I'll be here. Whenever that is. You have a pass? No? Write a pass right now and I'll sign it. Questions on number two? Lila, was that a question or a stretch? Okay. All right, moving on up. Moving on up, moving on up. I had Oreos for breakfast. Oreos, yeah.
Did you have the Christmas one?
Yes, with the red filling. Yeah. What is in my pocket? Do you ever get a feeling there's something like weird in your pocket?
I feel like my phone always buzzing in my pocket.
Oh, a stapler.
What was that?
I don't know. I have no idea. I have no idea. Huh?
Is this like a thing?
No, I don't know why that was in my pocket. I'm trying to think why did I put that in my pocket this morning. But it was there. It happened. Thank you. What period is this?
Don't y'all feel like
This
you're about
one
to
right
drown?
now.
When are you taking it?
5th.
Fifth.
Yeah.
What'd you
Very
say?
often.
What'd you say?
I asked them if they feel like they got drowned when swimming.
No, the lake was worse. It's because like
You ever go to breathe and all stuff like
Letter C. Single displacement. Single displacement. Lila, what'd you circle for one of them on letter C? Number 3. C. Yes, because I have a single element on this side. This isn't paused. I have a single element here, and it got kicked out by a different single element on the other side. So C is single displacement. Ainsley, did you circle anything else?
E.
Also E. Here's a single element, those are both single displacement. That is correct for number 3. Number 4, Ian, did you circle any double displacement? D. 2 compounds on the left, 2 compounds on the right. Yes, that is double displacement. Excellent. Kevin, did you circle anything else on 4?
B.
B is also double displacement. Do you guys remember doing those now? Yes? Max, you said it wasn't making any sense. Is it making a little more sense now?
Yeah, I just don't. Yeah.
Okay, we're going to do tons of practice with this. Speaking of practice, lab on Wednesday and Thursday. Lab on Wednesday and Thursday.
On Friday.
That's going to be a day to work on the review sheet for the midterm.
When are we getting the review sheet?
Probably tomorrow or the next day. Because it's like 70 questions, the review sheet. Huh? It's not done copying. So no, I can't. Sorry. I'm not perfect. Ronan. Okay? Give me a chance.
Do better.
Okay, did you guys pick up on the way in? So it says balancing act. Okay. So today we're going to continue our journey into balancing equations. So this is kind of a review from Friday, this first paragraph. So I think you guys can help me fill this first paragraph. Atoms are not blank or blank during a chemical reaction. How would I fill those in? Created or destroyed during a chemical reaction. Atoms are not created or destroyed during a chemical reaction. Scientists know that there must be the blank number of atoms, same number of atoms on each side of the equation. Arrow equation, either one would work. On each side of the equation. To balance chemical equations, you must add what? Coefficients. You must add coefficients.
Is this stuff going to be on the midterm?
Yes, it is. You must add, we're not going to have a test before the midterm over this, but this stuff will be on the midterm.
Do we have to do fill in the blanks for like this stuff?
Everything on the midterm is multiple choice or matching. So,
How come you didn't have a midterm last year?
because we didn't have to have one last year. How do you know I didn't have one last year?
Because I asked all my friends,
Yeah.
what classes will be hard, and so they didn't have them.
So,
But this should be, if you do the review sheet in here, you should ace the midterm. So, I want you guys to do well. So here's how we set these up. We kind of split the equation in half at the arrow. And we're going to count up how many of everything we have on each side of the equation. So on the left side of the arrow, how many magnesium am I starting with? 1. Okay. On the left side of the arrow, how many oxygen am I starting with? 2. 1 magnesium, 2 oxygen. On the right side of the arrow, how many magnesium am I starting with? 1. And how many oxygen am I starting with? 1. Okay, so we set up, this is what I call the score sheet. Okay, I call this the score sheet. The next question we would ask ourselves is this balanced? No, it's not. Because I have 2 oxygen on this side and only 1 on that side. The first thing I have to convince you guys is don't multiply in your score sheet. You're only multiplying up here. If you try multiplying down here, it's really going to mess you up. Okay? Can you promise me that you will do that?
no.
Okay, then everybody raise your right hand because Ronan says he can't do it. Raise your right hand. Repeat after me. I will not multiply in my score sheet. That is just a running tally. I will only multiply by adding coefficients in the equation. Great, okay. I feel good about that. That was really weird too. Anyways, so 2 oxygens on the left. So what coefficient do I have to add here? 2. I'm going to add a 2. All right? That changes both of these things. Agreed? Because coefficients distribute, yes. So how many magnesium do I have on the right now? 2. New total is 2. And how many oxygen do I have on the right now? 2. Also 2. Now is my equation balanced? No, it's not.
Oh, no, it's not.
Because I need 2 magnesium. So what coefficient am I going to put in front of this magnesium? 2. Now is it balanced? Yes.
So why is there a second box?
Why is this box here? Well, what's technically in that box? A 1. But do we write 1s? No. So there's a box there. You might not necessarily fill them. You might not necessarily fill it. Okay. Let's try another one. Number 1. Number 1, what type of reaction is this?
Synthesis.
Would you agree that there's 2 things being put together to make 1? Synthesis. So that's synthesis. Love it. Synthesis. Let's set up our score sheet. How many calcium on the left? How many oxygen on the left? How many calcium on the right? Oxygen, 1. Okay, so I have 2 oxygen on the left, so what coefficient has to go here? 2. Here's my calcium to 2 and my oxygen to 2. Are you guys okay that I'm distributing that 2 to both things in the compound? Yes? Is it balanced? No. I have to put a 2 in front of this calcium. Change that calcium to 2. Now is it balanced? Yes, it is. Yes, it is. What type is number 2?
Decomposition.
Decomposition. Number 2 is decomposition. Decomposition, that's one thing breaking into 2. Let's set up our score sheet. How many H's on the left? 2. How many O's on the left? How many H's on the right? How many O's on the right? Is it balanced?
Yes.
Sweet. Okay. Done. It's balanced. Try number 3 on your own. Try number 3 on your own. See if you can do this. You guys get it?
I think so.
Yeah.
Okay, let's see. So, set up our score sheet. I'll move this down a little bit. Move it down. Number 3, what type is it? Synthesis. What type is number 4, just while we're looking at it? You guys would agree that 4 is single displacement, right? Yes? Okay. 3, I've got 2 nitrogens, 2 hydrogens, 1 nitrogen, and 3 hydrogen. You guys okay with how I set up my score sheet? Okay. It's not balanced. So, I have 2 nitrogen on the left. So what coefficient am I going to put in front of this compound? 2. That changes my nitrogen to how many? 2. That changes my hydrogen to how many? 6. Is it balanced? No. So what coefficient do I have to put in front of this hydrogen? 3. And now that gives me 6 hydrogen. Now is it balanced? Okay, flip it to the back. Flip it to the back. On the back, they have not set up the score sheet for you. So I'm going to show you how I balance these equations. All right? I'm going to show you how I do one of these. Number 1. What type is number 1? Number 1 is single displacement. Single displacement because I have 2 things switching spots. Then sodium is kicking out magnesium by itself. So the way I set up my score sheet is the following. I list under my arrow what I've got. So I have Na, I have Mg, and I have F. So I like to list out under the arrow. That's how I split it. And then I just set up tallies. On the left, I have 1 sodium, 1 magnesium, and 2 fluorine. And on the right, I have 1 sodium, 1 magnesium, 1 fluorine. And some of you are thinking, Mr. Heller, I can do this in my head. All right, why do I have to show all this work? Because it's going to get more complicated, okay? This is very basic. So just set up a score sheet. It will help you in the long run. It will help you in the long run. Is it balanced? No. I have 2 fluorine on the left, so what coefficient has to go in front of this compound? 2. That changes my sodium to how many? 2. And also 2 fluorine. Now is it balanced?
No.
No. So what coefficient do I have to put in front of this sodium? 2. That changes my sodium to 2. Is it balanced now? Yes. So that's how I set them up on the back. On the back, the bottom is a challenge. All right, you don't have to do the bottom, but I'd love for you to at least try it. Your homework for tonight is this, finish the sheet, and then also do 7-1. 7-1, you will need the book for a little bit of it, and the notes for some of it. So, I'm giving you 23 minutes to hopefully get that done. If you need to go get your book, you can work with somebody, sure. You need to go get your book. Hopefully at least you or your partner has a book. Finish that. Oh, do not do the back. I repeat, do not do the back of 7-1. Okay? We're going to do that tomorrow together. Just the front. So 7-3, balancing out both sides, and then 7-1. Okay. The rest of the time is yours to get that done.